Hi, friends. I hope everyone is having a good day today and is ready to learn. Today, we're going to be reading Hey Little Ant. And to begin, we're going to review some vocabulary words that we're going to see in the book and also use for our activity after. So I'm going to give you the definitions, and then together we're going to pronounce them, and I'm also going to give you an example of the word used in a sentence. So our first word is beneath. There's some visuals here for you as well. Beneath means lower, position than, or below. Now let's say it together. Beneath. Okay, now let's say it again. Beneath. Put it together and it's beneath. Good job. An example of using it in a sentence can be like your legs are beneath the table when you're sitting in a chair. Now we're going to go over the word crook. Now, a crook is a dishonest person or doing something that's against the rules. Let's say it together. Crook. Good job. Now here it is in a sentence. That man is a crook and cannot be trusted. Can you use crook in a sentence for me? Good job. So now our third word is giant. Giant means very large or oversized. An example of the word in a sentence can be if you look at the size of a human next to a whale, as seen in the picture, the whale is a giant. Now let's say the word together, giant. Good job, friends. Now our next word is squish. Can we say the word squish together? Squish. Good job. Now, squish means to make a splashing sound when squeezed or walked on. An example of this word used in a sentence can be the mud squished under my toes. Now, can you give me an example of the word used in a sentence? Good job, guys. Amazing. So our next word is perspective. Can we say it together? Perspective. Good job. Let's say it all in one word, perspective. Great. Perspective is the way that you see or understand something based off of your own perspective or experiences, my bad. So you can see the boy is looking at the ground and the ground looks a lot smaller. But when you're from the ground looking up at the boy with the camera, the boy looks very big, and it's based on your own perspective of where you are in your own experiences. Describe is our next word. Let's say it together. Describe. Good job. Now, describe means to write about something with a lot of detail or to talk about something with a lot of detail. So to use it in a sentence, it would be like, the girl was described as tall with dark, short hair. Now, can you use it in a sentence? And you're more than welcome to use this picture to help you with your sentence. Good job. So next, our word is trait. Trait is the quality or characteristic of an object. An example in a sentence can be, honesty is a trait that most people value. Can we say the word trait together? Trait. Good job. Now, how would you use the word trait in a sentence? Great job. I'm loving your sentences. Now, our next word is compare. Oh, I'm sorry. Compare. So, compare, let's say it together. Compare. Good job, guys. And compare means similarities between two objects. And I could use it in a sentence saying, when you compare an apple to an orange, they are both fruit. How would you use the word compare in a sentence? Great job. I love your sentences. You guys are doing a great job. Now our next word is contrast. You can see the word here, pictures down here. Contrast is the opposite of compare. So let's say contrast together. Contrast. Good job. So it means the difference between two objects. So an example with the word in a sentence can be, the apple on the left is green in contrast to the red apple on the right. Can you use contrast in a sentence for me? Great job. Your sentences are great. Now our last word is argument. Let's say it together. Argument. Great job. An argument is a conversation where one person does not agree with another. And an example of the word used in a sentence was saying, I was in an argument with my friend because she believed the sky was green and I believed the sky was blue. How would you use the word argument in a sentence? Great job, friends. I loved your sentences. So now we're going to read our book. And just from the cover, can we make a prediction on what the book might be about? Right, an ant and a boy. Now, what do you think the interaction between the boy and the ant is going to be like? Are they going to be friends? Will there be an argument between their two? Right, good prediction. So I'm thinking the boy and the ant are going to have an argument, and it might have something to do with their sizes because based on the cover, I can see the boy is a giant compared to the ant, who is very, very tiny. I love your ideas, so now let's read the book. Hey, little ant down in the crack. Can you hear me? Can you talk back? See my shoe? Can you see that? Well, now it's gonna squish you flat. What do you think is gonna happen? We went over this term squish earlier on. So do you think the boy is gonna squish the ant? What's gonna happen? Great predictions. Please, oh please, do not squish me. Change your mind and let me be. I'm on my way back with a crumb of pie. Please, oh please, don't make me die. Anyone knows that ants can't feel. You're so tiny. You don't look real. I'm so big and you're so small. I don't think it will hurt at all. But you are a giant, and giants can't know how it feels to be an ant. Come down close. I think you'll see that you are very much like me. How do we think that the ant and the boy are alike? Any ideas? Right, good ideas. Let's find out. Are you crazy? Me like you? I have a home and a family too. You're just a speck that runs around. No one would care if my foot came down. Oh, big friend, you were so wrong. My nestmates need me 'cause I am strong. I dig our nests and feed baby ants too. I must not die beneath your shoe. Beneath is another term that we went over. Can someone tell me what beneath means using our context clues? Right. So it says, I must not die beneath your shoe. So the ant is underneath the shoe, meaning beneath. Good job. But my mom says that ants are rude. They carry off our picnic food. They steal our chips and breadcrumbs too. It's good if I squish a crook like you. Look, there's another word that we went over, crook. Do you remember what crook means? Right, so based off of our context clues, it's doing something against the rules, and stealing is against the rules. So the boy is calling an ant a crook. Is that true? Do you think the ant is a crook? He can be, but he's using the breadcrumbs and chips for his family to feed. Hey, I'm not a crook, kid. Read my lips. Sometimes ant needs crumbs and chips. One little chip can feed my town, so please don't make your shoe come down. But all my friends squish ants each day. Squishing ants is a game we play. They're looking at me. They're listening too. They all say I should squish you. Has anyone been in this position like this before, where they're being peer pressured to do something that they might not want to do? I know I have been. So let's make another prediction based off this page too. Do you think because his friends are telling the boy to squish the ant, he's going to? You think he's going to or no? Good job. I can see you're big and strong. Decide for yourself what's right and wrong. If you were me and I were you, what would you want me to do? So now you can see the boy is small and the ant is a giant. And using our terms, you can see that the perspectives changed right here too. Should the ant get squished? Should the ant go free? It's up to the kid, not up to me. We'll leave the kid with a raised up shoe. What do you think the kid should do? So what do you think the kid should do? Should he step on the ant or should he let the ant go free? I'm thinking the ant should be let free because he has a family too at home that he needs to feed, just like the boy. The end. So let's review what we just read. Who were the characters in the book? Right, the boy and the ant. What were the different perspectives that we saw from the boy and the ant? Great ideas. So I'm thinking that the ant was tiny and the boy was a giant. And the boy did not care if the ant was squished, right? But the ant showed his perspective by saying that they both have families and people to love and that they need to feed and take care of. So we can compare those two by saying that they both had families. And we can contrast them two, saying one was a giant and one was tiny, and that they both had different views based off of their experiences. So now I'm going to have you work on your Venn diagram like this. And I would like you to compare and contrast the boy and the ant on these out circles. And where it says both, I would like you to write down what both of them had in common based on their perspectives and the traits that they had as well. So you're going to work with a partner on this and get as many things as you can written down. And we're going to come back together and we're going to review it. So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that and we'll come back. We'll discuss it together and then that concludes our lesson for today.